raising money in today's economy. At some level, I will tell you that I think that it may be easier now than ever to raise money as an independent restaurateur. Now that may seem counterintuitive, but the fact is that right now people with money have got no place to put it. And in the past, it was like, oh, well, restaurants are so risky. I gotta tell you that I think an independent restaurateur that's got a good model, it's got a good concept, is willing to work hard, understands his community, I'm not sure he's any riskier than buying stocks in European companies right now. You know what I mean? Or for that matter, United States. I don't mean to pick on Europe, but the idea is that I don't think that there is a safe harbor for money right now. And no place is really making money from money right now. And it used to be, when I was trying to raise money for Top of the Hill, that the problem was people had attractive places to put their money that was actually making them money. And the downside of Top of the Hill was, well, there's a lot of risk. And so, we had to really focus on, well, there's a lot of reward. To be honest, I don't think you need to show as much reward as I had to when I was trying to raise money 16 years ago. Because people would be delighted at a 10% return. That would be huge. My advice would be put together a good business plan. Do the things we've been talking about in terms of understanding the segment that you're going after, understanding that community in many ways, making sure you develop a tight, cohesive menu, make sure that you've got all the structures in place to do all the inventories and all the things that you need. Man, I think you're going to find some people that will be willing to invest, because right now they just don't have anywhere else to go. When you are sitting down and trying to raise money for any kind of company, you're the founder, you want to raise money. You're going to ultimately at some point pull out a piece of paper and start brainstorming on who it is that you could approach to actually ask for money. And by the very nature of that process, your very best prospects are going to be the first names that you write down. And as you work your way down and you get to like number 70 or 80, it's going to be some pretty, distant, stretched out connections and relationships that you're talking about there. I made that list of 100 people that I thought, and banks that I thought would be interested in supporting me. And the big mistake that I made was I went to number 1 first. Yes, I had a business plan, and yes, I had thought about the concept, but I'd never made a pitch before. I'd never actually gone and asked for money. I didn't understand how all that worked. And I burned through my best 10, 15 possible revenue sources before I was able to incorporate the criticisms I got in those presentations and was able to come out with a much stronger pitch, a much stronger business plan. If I had to do it over again, my advice is make that list and then start at the bottom. Listen to the critiques about the actual business plan, listen to the critiques that aren't being said, identify those weaknesses, shore them up, and by the time you get to your best prospects, you're going to have a tight concept. And yeah, trust me, I'll never make that mistake again.